I'm Debbie Funkhauser. I attended Kansas City Trace DS number 1, and I'm going to be the rector on Kansas City Trace DS number 12. Dan and I have attended Antioch for 23 years, and we have been just participants at Antioch at the beginning, but that's the place where our marriage was healed. We had a deep healing of our marriage at Antioch. So God was very gracious to us to start putting us in places where we could begin to minister to others out of our healing and out of the pain that we had. And so we became, in 2003, we joined the counseling ministry at Antioch and became trained to be lay biblical counselors through National Association of Marriage Enhancement. And then in 2004, we became the leaders, the directors of that counseling center. Since then, it's just, we are directors of the marriage ministry. We lead the teams that accomplish the ministry at Antioch, and we're just so privileged to have a marriage ministry. We have been privileged as lay ministers, although Dan is a licensed minister. We're privileged as lay ministers to just be able to work in the area of marriage because it's our passion, and it's where God really worked in us so deeply. We attended the first Trace DS weekend because of Deb and Wes Schlobom, because they brought it to Kansas City and they were friends of ours and they encouraged us to do it, and we had no concept of what it was. We just thought it was another retreat and it couldn't hurt us to do that, and so we decided to go. But it was such a different experience than we've ever had in our spiritual lives, in our Christian walk. We've always been involved in churches. We've been very incorporated in church and in Christian communities and Christian groups and all those kind of things, but we had never experienced what we did at Trace DS. And that's what motivates us to keep serving, because we have plenty of ministry to do, but Trace DS is a place where you really disconnect from the world. There's just very few places that you can do that, or that you would do that in this day and time. And it's a place where you can disconnect totally from the world for 3 days and just really focus on your relationship with God. And we saw so much healing in people's lives in that atmosphere, and so much work of God in different ways than we did in just traditional church, although they push people back to church, which is awesome also. It's not about being a church or its own organization. It's about training people, bringing people up, and pushing them back into church, and I love that too. So we went because of our obligation to a friendship, but we became very incorporated in it and very in favor of the work that Trace DS does. And so I just think it's a wonderful organization to be able to be a part of and to work in.